Have you ever wondered what would happen if the United States officially entered the Russia-Ukraine war? It's a scenario that seems straight out of a political thriller, but the potential consequences are very real and incredibly complex. Let's break down what this could look like, step by step. First, let's be clear. This isn't about sending a few more weapons or advisors. We're talking about a direct military confrontation. The moment American boots hit the ground or U.S. jets enter Ukrainian airspace to engage Russian forces, the entire nature of the conflict changes. It's no longer a regional war. It's a direct clash between two of the world's foremost nuclear powers. So what's the immediate impact? The first thing we'd likely see is a massive escalation on the battlefield. The U.S. military has overwhelming conventional power. Think advanced fighter jets like the F-22 and F-35, sophisticated drone technology, long-range missile systems, and the might of the U.S. Navy. This would put immense pressure on Russian forces, potentially pushing them back significantly. The skies over Ukraine would become a high-tech combat zone, a scenario not seen on this scale since World War II. But Russia wouldn't just sit back. Facing the full force of the U.S. military, they would be pushed into a corner. This is where things get truly dangerous. The risk of tactical nuclear weapons being used on the battlefield would skyrocket. Russia's military doctrine allows for the use of nuclear weapons if the state's very existence is threatened. A direct conflict with the U.S. could easily be interpreted as such a threat. The use of even a small, tactical nuke would break a nearly 80-year-old taboo and open a Pandora's box of unimaginable horror, with devastating environmental and humanitarian consequences. Beyond the battlefield, the global economy would be thrown into chaos. The stock markets would plummet. Oil and gas prices, already volatile, would go through the roof, causing a global energy crisis far worse than anything we've seen. International trade routes would be disrupted, supply chains would break, and we'd be looking at a severe worldwide recession. The interconnectedness of our global economy means that no country would be immune to the fallout. Then there's the geopolitical chess game. NATO's Article 5, the Collective Defense Clause, would be put to the ultimate test. If a NATO country were attacked in the ensuing chaos, it would trigger a response from the entire alliance. This means nations from Canada to Turkey would be obligated to join the fight against Russia. Suddenly, the conflict would expand across the entire European continent. Other global powers, like China, would face an immense choice. Do they support Russia, stay neutral, or use the crisis to their own advantage in other parts of the world, like Taiwan? Their decision could either pour fuel on the fire or help de-escalate it. The human cost would be staggering. We're not just talking about military casualties, which would be immense on all sides. Civilian populations would be caught in the crossfire of a much larger, more destructive war. The refugee crisis would intensify, and humanitarian aid efforts would be stretched to their absolute breaking point. The psychological toll on a generation living under the constant threat of global war would be immeasurable. This isn't a movie plot. It's a terrifyingly plausible chain of events. It's why leaders are exercising such extreme caution. The line between supporting an ally and triggering a global catastrophe is incredibly thin. While we can speculate on the strategies and outcomes, one thing is certain: direct U.S. involvement would reshape our world in ways we can barely comprehend. And the risks are so profound that avoiding this scenario is the top priority for global stability. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this breakdown insightful, be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the world's most critical issues.